going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Kingpin Skinny Pimp called King of the Playaz Ball. Y'all should know who Kingpin Skinny Pimp is if y'all check out my other releases, and I'll put all those links down below in case you missed it. This is his first debut album under Prophet Entertainment, and this is the real deal, and this is the OG release as well. Y'all know the re-release was bright orange. This is the dark color orange and all that stuff. So there you have it. And I've been looking for this album for the longest, man, because the OG release is so hard to find. But of course, you can find, if you don't really care about the original release or whatnot, then hey, it is what it is. But for those that love to collect, I'm going to start off by saying that this is probably one of the hardest albums from down south, period. So the producers for this album were DJ Paul, Juicy J, and then Playaz G has a little something on there, and I'll try to see who else got credits for this album. And the features were, of course, DJ Paul, Juicy J, Gangsta Boo, Coop, may he rest in peace, Coop's the nigga, K-Rock, may he rest in peace. You got Mr. Slick, 211, Crunchy Black, and Scam Man, MC Mac. A good bit of people was on this album. If anyone I miss out, I'll put that in the description box. Let's go with the songs now. So the first one is just an intro, and it's pretty funny, on the intro. Then the next one is called One Life to Live. This features DJ Paul and Juicy J, and this is a blazing ass track from Skinny Pimp. And there's also a music video for this song as well. Skinny comes through with some dope verses. Paul and Juice come through with some nice verses as well, just to make a nice little appearance. Definitely a banging track. That beat is classic material. If I'm not mistaken, I think Soulja Boy was rapping on this beat a while ago. Can't remember the name right now, but the next one is called Nobody Crosses Me. This is another blazing ass track from Skinny Pimp. This may be a lot of people's personal favorite tracks off of the album, and it's mine as well. And there's also a music video for this song, although this is a little more newer than the One Life to Live one. I remember Skinny Pimp was asking what song should he do a video on, and I'm gonna get to that later on. But anyway, this is a blazing track. This samples Scarface on the movie, and it also features the sample of Scarface the rapper. And guess what the name of the song is called? Scarface. Now, Skinny Pimp comes through with some dope ass flows, 4 verses, man. Like, he really going in. Like, you have to hear this track if you haven't heard it before. Then the next one is called Midnight Hoes. This features a little feature from Playaz G, I believe. Skinny Pimp just spitting game on this song. It's a nice laid back beat, coming through with some dope flows, off the chain. Then the next one is called Looking for the Chewin'. Man, this is another blazing ass track from Skinny Pimp, and he raps fast as hell on this song here. And y'all should know the famous line from this track is, say, "Oh, not the thermometer, bitches, the 9 inches." I mean, that thing go hard, man. And dope samples from this track. The beat is hard as well. You can't go wrong with this track. The next one is called Long Story. Now, this is what I feel that Skinny should have made a video of. This is another one of my personal favorites off of the album. Skinny Pimp is just telling a story about a situation that he's been in and how he was in court and all that stuff. And if y'all haven't heard the song before, peep it out if you haven't heard it. It's a dope ass track, nice storytelling on here, which kind of lacks nowadays, but I ain't gonna get into that. Then the next one is called Y'all Ain't No Killers. And this features Gangsta Black and Lord Infamous. Alright? And this song is pretty much telling these cats out here, stop claiming to be killers when y'all not. And then Skinny Pimp comes through with some dope verses. Then Gangsta Black comes through with some dope ass flow. And Lord Infamous rips the hell up out of the song, man. This flowing, man. Definitely a nice banger. Then Here My Dear / Anger. Now this song is probably one of the weaker cuts on this album, but it's still pretty tight though. I'm not taking anything away. Skinny Pimp come through with some nice flows on this song. And like I said, the beat is pretty mediocre at best, but lyrically, he comes through with some dope flows. Then the next one is called I Don't Love Him. Another blazing ass track, very horror, eerie sounding. This features Gangsta Boo and Coop. And this, to me, this is one of Gangsta Boo's best verses ever. The way she flows on this track is just straight up insane. Real talk, man. You have to hear this track for sure. Then Skinny Pimp comes through with some dope flows on here as well. And then Coopster comes through with that scary, eerie verse. One of the most wicked verses I ever hear him spit, man. And then y'all know the sample from Skinny Pimp. I don't love him, I don't love him, put him in the whole spot. You know, that's how it goes. Then the next one is called We Ain't No Player Haters. This features K-Rock. This is another tight track from Skinny Pimp. Skinny comes through with a dope ass verse. And then K-Rock just rips the freak up on this track, man. Like the way he's flowing on here is so ridiculous. Sometimes I ask, how does he do it? You know what I mean? But another tight ass track from Skinny. And then the next one, don't mind the lights dimming. The next one is called Pimpin' and Hoeing. And this is a nice laid back cut from Skinny Pimp. And he's pretty much spitting game on here to y'all that may be naive to the game of pimping and stuff like that. This is a really good track for you to hear. Then the next one is called Don't Test Me. It starts off real eerie, but then that beat kicks in, and then when Skinny comes through with the flows, it's straight up crunk, man. The way he's flowing on here is just straight up ridiculous, man. The beat on there is tight as well. To me, this is one of my personal favorite tracks off of the album, man. Real talk. Bumping out the frame. Then the next one is called Let's Start a Riot. And there's another bumping ass track from Skinny Pimp. That beat goes hard. Let's start a motherfucking ride. And that's how the hook goes. Skinny Pimp taking shots at Bone Thugs and Harmony on here. That beat rattles the hell out of the speakers, man. When that other side of the beat comes through, man, that bass is insane. Then Juicy J and DJ Paul gives a little shots out at the end. And then the next one is called, the actual track called King of the Playaz Ball. And guess what? It's another blazing ass track from Skinny Pimp, man. That beat on here is insane. And I don't know how many times I have to say that, but that beat is hard as hell. And Skinny Pimp coming through with some tight ass verses. Man, you can't go wrong with this song right here. If you hear it, you can tell it's from an old school song. Man, this beat is really crunk. And then the next one is called All About Them Prophets. And this is a Prophet Posse song. And this is another blazing ass track here. It features a good bit of people from Gangsta Black, the Lord Infamous, then Scam Man, 211, and many others. I'm not gonna feel like listening to all of them, but MC Mac comes through with a dope ass verse. I like his verse. And Skinny Pimp ends the track off just straight raw. The beat is nice as well. You can't go wrong. And then the next one is just an outro. And then the last track is Blaze Up Another One. This is Gangsta Black featuring Cool B. This was on Gangsta Black's album Can It Be. Be on the lookout for that album review I have in the near future. This track here is pretty solid. The beat is nice though, and Gangsta Black comes through with some solid vocals and cool beat as well. And that's it. That's all the songs that I review for this album. I pretty much did all of them. So to rate this album out of a 10, I probably would give it about a 9.5 to a 10. So damn near perfect. Like I said, this is probably one of the best albums from down south. I mean, you can't go wrong with this one right here, man. If you have not heard this album before and you're a down south fan, shame on you. Like, real talk, man. I cannot stress how dope this effing album is. I mean, the beats on there is dope. The verses on there is dope. Like I said, this album is damn near flawless in my opinion. All right. So if you haven't heard this album before, I highly suggest you peep it out. If you're a collector like myself, like I showed y'all the original, this is the original release that first came out, and then, you know, the re-releases came out later. So like I said, get this album, or you can listen to it on the streams if you're that type of person. But me, y'all know me, I have to have the physical copy in my hands. All right. So with that being said, that's it. Shout out to Kingpin Skinny Pimp for coming out with a classic, I mean, straight up fantastic album from here, you know what I'm saying, from down south. And shout out to all the producers and all the features. All right. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.